This Women's History Month, we're honoring the Iowans going above and beyond to make a difference in the community. For a woman in Dubuque, her service to country now involves service to veterans, and she's making a big impact. Kaylin Thompson introduces us to our next remarkable woman finalist, Rebecca Ward.
Awesome, thank you.
Wonderful. You might think the workers at the VA clinic in Dubuque don't have much in common with the veterans who come in.
These guys have been through World War II, Korean, Vietnam, you name it, it's all here. But
these photos of lab tech Rebecca Ward would say otherwise.
When she saw my hat, she goes, "Yeah, I served in 101st," and instantly that's okay, you're my battle buddy.
Rebecca may not have served with Wesley Glass.
Oh, goodness.
Love you, battle buddy.
Love you too, thank you.
But she knows what he's been through.
She has a lot of empathy. Days you might be coming in feeling down or something like that, and her smile and everything just really cheers you up.
A helpful trait, not necessarily in her job description, but in her demeanor.
Even though they're coming in for lab work, it takes 5 to 10 minutes. I will sit there and talk to them for 10 to 15 more minutes, just if they have anything on their mind, if something else needs to happen, or if they just need to get something off their chest. And I'm glad that I could be that person for them.
Because you get it.
I get it, most days.
Rebecca gets it because she served too. After some difficult years in high school, she decided to join the Army.
I actually signed my paperwork on September 16th, 2001, and I almost didn't do it because of September 11th and what had happened.
We obviously were incredibly supportive of what she wanted to do, but as a family member, it was rough to watch her sign those papers and commit her life to that.
The life-threatening decision ended up being life-changing for Rebecca.
I did 2 tours in Iraq, one with the 101st Airborne, and the other one was with the 1st Armored Division out of Germany.
Joining the military led her to start her family and find her purpose.
I thought my daughter was one of the proudest moments of my life, but I will never forget the minute that I completed basic training and how special they made that for us as a soldier. And even just recognizing us as a soldier, I mean, you need to have that if you're going to risk your life for our country.
That pride carries over to her role in Veterans Affairs, where she goes above and beyond, even with something as simple as collecting colorectal screenings.
They were having a problem with giving these kits out to people, not educating them well enough, and they would never return them. So from a return rate of, I think it was about 52 or 53% when I first started here in 2019, today we're up to 99% return rate. I literally called patients and said, "Where is your stool collection kit?"
So that's saving lives.
It really did. I think it made a huge difference.
A huge difference that Rebecca's making at her work and in her community. She builds camaraderie by putting together a team of veterans to participate in the Dubuque Dragon Boat races. She's also a part of the Tri-State Women Warriors, a new nonprofit focused on advocating for female service members.
It's easy to connect with other veterans, one, but it's super easy to connect with female veterans.
Relatability that makes Rebecca even more remarkable.
Her doing her service here to me is the everyday thing that I'm like, gosh, you know, what an incredible way to use your skills and your gifts and your time to help people.
It's in my blood. I just felt like, I mean, like I said before about going to Iraq or just even joining the military, at that point it wasn't a necessity. I could have walked away and not done it, but it was definitely something inside of me that said that this is what I needed to do with my life, and I don't think it's ever shut off.
In Dubuque, Kaylin Thompson, WHO 13 News.
Rebecca is currently taking night classes to get her bachelor's degree and has dreams of one day becoming a physician's assistant at the VA clinic. The other 2 finalists' stories will air later this month. You can watch the first finalist, Beth Shelton's story, online at WHO13.com.